Seville à l'Aube is the brand new perfume by L'Artisan Parfumeur, and it has a very interesting story behind it. It was created by master perfumer, you always have to say master perfumer, Bertrand Duchaufour, who's extremely prolific, and he's pretty much the house perfumer of L'Artisan Parfumeur, and he does a bunch of other different projects as well. And it's his collaboration with the perfume blogger and writer and smeller and all-around good time girl, Denyse Beaulieu. And her perfume blog is called Grain de Musc. And she encountered Bertrand one fine day and was smelling various ingredients, raw materials in his perfume lab, and she took a sniff of the orange blossom absolute. She said, "Oh, alors," whatever she said in French. It was in French. She said, "This really reminds me of an amazing night I had in Seville many years ago in the arms of a beautiful Spanish boy, and it was during this Holy Week procession, and the orange blossoms perfumed the air, and incense was burning, and I could smell the beeswax of the candles, and it was this beautiful night of just being in this passionate embrace while this very sacred parade, celebratory, religious parade was happening." And as she described this perfume, Bertrand Duchaufour said, "Hey, you got chocolate in my peanut butter." He didn't say that. He said, "That would make a great perfume." And so he talked the talk and then he walked the walk, and they ended up collaborating on this perfume together. I don't know how long it took, maybe about a year. And she ended up writing a book about it called The Perfume Lover, which is also about her journey to becoming a full-on fume head, and also just a little bit about the history of perfume, but it's mostly about the history of creating Seville à l'aube, which means Seville at dawn. Seville at dawn is pretty much the story of that night, that torrid night that Denyse had. And it opens up very exuberantly on the smell of orange blossom. It just fills the air with every element of the orange tree. So you get the rind, and you get the leaf, and you just get the juice of the orange, and it just billows in the air around you. And it's also immediately quite woody, and I think that's really because of the incense in there. Bertrand does like to work with incense a lot. One of my favorite perfumes in my collection that he's created is Avignon by Comme des Garçons, just a straight-ahead Roman Catholic cathedral incense. And in fact, I wore it on my wedding day. And so a little bit of that incense makes its way into Seville à l'Aube. And there is also, I'm wearing some now, there's also a very aromatic quality, very herbal aromatic quality that comes from a special kind of lavender that they use it. Now, you don't smell the perfume and think, hey, there's lavender afoot. There's lavender going crazy in there. But it's really just more that detail of just that little niff that lavender gives, where it's quite green and it's quite herbal. And it's almost just a little bit, I mean, Denyse, I talked to Denyse and Bertrand about this. They say that it's animalic, and I don't know that I get that, but it is masculine. There's kind of a masculine side to that orange blossom voluptuousness of it. Seville à l'Aube has amazing persistence. It lasts a very long time. In fact, I had a little sample bottle that I ended up tipping over and spilling on this wooden dining room table, and it kind of permeated the table. There's a very beautiful smell to smell in the morning when you first come down, and it really does last a long time, especially if you want to perfume your dining room table with it. So if you want to get more information about the whole creation and the inspiration for Seville à l'Aube, I'm going to be uploading an interview that I did recently with both Bertrand and Denyse when they visited London at the L'Artisan store in Covent Garden. So look out for that. Keep your peepers peeled. And also, please do check out Denyse Beaulieu's blog, Grain de Musc, which means musk grain, the musk pod, which is kind of the origin of the species when it comes to perfume, I guess, the Grain de Musc. And but it's actually, I just have to say one other thing, which is um, if you love perfume like I do, and all of you bloggers out there who love it enough to write about it and to record YouTube videos on it, it is really, you can just imagine, it's a dream come true to actually get to create a perfume based on something that you've experienced. And so to team up with someone uh, of the stature of Bertrand Duchaufour and to get to make a perfume and actually see it released is just an incredible dream come true. So hats off. Hats off to you, Denyse. Well done. Seville Lobe, just a beautiful, pungent procession of happiness, joy with a little bit of sly seduction built in there. Check it out. It's just come out. I'm Katie Puckrik, and I smell.